Hi guys and girls, hello YouTube. So we tipped in Truro, that went fine. I'm now looking on my laptop for a follow-on job. I'll just try and show you. If I take out the radar a minute. I'm not sure how clear this is going to be, but there's not a lot on at the minute. And down in by Truro, nothing. So the nearest job to me at the minute is Bristol or Bournemouth. That's a long way for dead miles. So, what do we do? So do I stay here all week hoping to find a job? No, not doing that. What I will do is I'll give it to about, I don't know, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock maybe, and the time is, what's the time now? The time is 1:15 in the afternoon. So time's getting on. I'm going to give it to about 3 o'clock, and if nothing pops up between Truro and where I live, then I will be heading home empty. I'll have to swallow the cost of all the dead miles, but luckily I got a reasonable price for the job in the first place, because I knew it was going to be difficult getting back out. So that helps a little bit, but not a lot. So that'll put my, if I end up doing that, if I end up dead heading back home without collecting something along the way, that'll put me right down to about, well, without getting the calculator out, I would estimate about 60 pence per mile, which is rubbish. Almost not worth doing, to be honest, but better to earn a little bit than nothing at all, I guess. So it looks like, although things are picking up a little bit, it's still very quiet. On the CX now, I'm looking at the CX live for the whole country. For today, there's 82 loads. 82. But anyway, yesterday it looked really busy. It got to about just gone dinner time, and quite local to me there was at least 20 jobs, you know, to my home where I live, which is how I got this job. But even when the CX is really busy, Truro is difficult to get out of. Anywhere in Cornwall is. There's a couple that pop up in Truro on a regular basis when it's busy, but it's only like 2 or 3 a day. And then obviously you've got Plymouth, Newton Abbot and Barnstable if you want to go up on the north coast. There's the odd one that comes from there, but generally when it's busy there's enough to get you out without too many dead miles. But looks like today, unless something pops in a minute and I manage to secure the job, then I will be dead heading home. Damn, we don't want no deadheading. I don't know how to look. How do you look on there for who's about? Turn on the dashboard. Don't think so. Right, let me have a look, see who's about. Because there's probably like 500 people in Truro, all waiting for that one job to pop up. Let me put you on pause a minute, I'll come back in a second. Hello YouTube, back again. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to switch you off because I wanted to see who else was about, and I couldn't see how to do it on the laptop version of who's about. Anyway, there's 8 other drivers, CX drivers, around Truro. So if one job pops up, 8 of us are going to be fighting to get it. And I'll tell you what, I will give 50 or 60p a mile, no matter what it is, just to get me out, so I'm not deadheading. Anyway, see how that goes. Actually, the shipper who gave me this job, he said if anything comes up in down this part while I'm down here, he would phone me up and give it to me, but haven't had a phone call yet. So yes, working, I'm looking at the centre of the country now, and there's 75 jobs for the whole country, and all the 75 jobs are literally, if you look at a map of the UK, so if we start from Bournemouth across to Portsmouth, so Bournemouth to Portsmouth in a strip right up the centre of the country, literally like a rectangle up through the centre of the country up to as high as Lancaster and York. That's where all the jobs are. There's no jobs either side, so there's nothing in Norwich. There's one job in Wales. Let me have a quick scan up in Scotland. Oh, actually Scotland have got 2, 4, 5. Scotland have got 7 jobs. For the whole of Scotland, 7 jobs. But for England, like I say, a strip straight up through the middle of England, and either side of that is nothing. Nothing. The busiest area, hang on, let's just go next side up. So in London at the minute, there's 11 jobs. 11 jobs in London. Around Birmingham, 5, 7, 9. There's 9 jobs around Birmingham. So, it's not overly busy. So this is where it helps, I guess, if you've got your own clients. You know, your own end users that you've managed to secure, your own customers, regular customers. Because although you would only get, I don't know, a job a day or maybe 2 or 3 jobs a week, that would really help at the moment. And the only contacts I've got outside of the CX are the shippers who use the CX. And they're all saying the same thing at the moment. They're all just very quiet. Mad, isn't it? Still haven't done a year yet, so I'm still in the learning stage. So when I joined in, when did I join? I got I got my van in August, and I think I started the last week of August. When I say last week, I think it was only 2 days if I remember rightly. So scrub August, say I started in September. So September, October, November, December, January, February. I've only been going 5 months. So I'm still learning. Although when I started, everybody who's been doing the CX for years said that December would go absolutely mental, especially because everybody was saying there was a lack of lorry drivers, and of course to still move the gear they'd be using, you know, couriers. So I was expecting a really, really good month in December, and it was just average really, if not a little bit below. September when I started was brilliant. I think my second week, I think I grossed over £1,700 for 1 week. That was in September. It was an exceptional week, mind. I did work hard, put some hours in, and some miles. But that's been my best week. But then when you take your fuel and everything out of that, it's kind of, you know, knocks it down. Anybody listening thinks £1,700 a week? Yeah, but you know, probably 400-500 quid of that was fuel. So now you're down to 1,200 quid a week. Take your tax out and all the your stuff for your maintenance on your vehicle. You'd probably be lucky to clear, I don't know, 750. Anyway, so I was expecting December to be a fantastic month, and it wasn't. It was on par for average or just below. I haven't really checked my figures to get a true accurate, calculation, but it wasn't as good as I thought. January was absolutely diabolical for me. This is all just for me, mind. I know other drivers on the CX and on YouTube have done quite well. But for me, because I'm in a remote area, it was absolutely rubbish, January. February started off a little bit better. And obviously it's early days yet. We're only the second week in, aren't we? So, but I don't think, looking at the way things are going, that February is going to be much better. So, and I don't know why. Stuff still needs moving. Everybody's back at work now, so it's bizarre, isn't it? Don't know why. I can understand the first 2 weeks of January being quiet because people are still, on holiday and getting back to work. But it should be buzzing now, I would have thought. And the thing is, if you're not earning, we've all still got bills to pay and loans to pay back, haven't we? So there is a cost to every day. And if you're not working every day, then, this is when your business can really suffer. And because I haven't been going long, I haven't managed to, save enough money to put by for these particular occasions. Obviously next, if I'm still doing this, if I'm still running a viable business this time next year, I can guarantee you I will have money in the bank to cover this, and I might do what Big Beardy did and go and do Hermes or Amazon. I could actually do that, I suppose, now, but I really don't want to. I really don't want to do multi-drop. I wouldn't like multi-drop, but needs must when the devil drives, isn't it? So yeah. So at the moment it's not good, guys, girls. I'm getting what? I don't know. 3-4 jobs a week. What I'm doing a week, not a day, a week. But I'm doing a lot of dead-headed miles in between. Oh look, a job's just popped up in Exeter. So yeah, that's about 80 miles for me to get to Exeter from here. So I don't think I'll win that one. But anyway. So yeah, apart from that, everything's going well. Oh, I had a little update on the brakes. So if you've been watching my channel, you know I've done my brakes. They were all working fine till last week. I had to do a bit of a, not an emergency stop, but a hard brake. And the the steering wheel started to wobble after that every time I put the brakes on. Excuse me, got a bit of indigestion. So I phoned my mechanic friend up, who was shocked and stunned I even done the brakes, especially what I went through. He thought I was mad, and he's probably quite right. But after I told him what make of brake pads and brake discs I got, he started laughing hysterically down the phone. Because apparently, according to my mechanic friend, they are some of the worst ones you can buy, apparently. I mean, I don't know because I'm not experienced in it, but he was explaining to me that they're cheap for a reason, and that reason can sometimes be that the actual rotors aren't true. By true I mean, you know, perfectly straight, aligned, or whatever the terminology is. So he said to me, because it was the front brakes, nothing to do with the rear brakes, it's the front brakes, and he said it sounds like either one of the discs is now not running true. He said, did you clean off the hubs and the bear, you know, where the hub fits onto the casing on the wheel strut? And I said, well, yeah, I cleaned it off, but I didn't go mad. He said, well, you need to take it all apart again and have a look, because if I fitted the rotor or the disc to the hub and the rotor's maybe sitting on a bit of rust on the hub, it won't go flat, it won't sit on there, you know, dead square, so it may be like, you know, it's not sitting flush on it. So every time you put the brakes on, because the rotor's a bit wonky, it will send the vibration up through the steering wheel. So I should have filmed it, but I didn't think it was worth it, because I already took them apart once and showed you all on that. So I done each side separately, so I didn't do them both at the same time. So and I took everything off, took the wheels off, the hub off, the rotor off the hub, and just cleaned it, scrupulously cleaned it, you know, with brake and clutch fluid. And the hubs actually, where they're rusty, whatever that metal is that they're made from, the rust is in flakes, and some of the flakes were like proud of the surface. So where I've tightened the disc down to the hub, didn't sit 100% true, because some of it was like resting on the rust patches. You see what I'm saying? So I took that back. I managed to get the rust off the hubs, the flakes, which was literally a hammer and like a chisel, just tapping all the big rust bits off, then going over with a wire wheel. I did do it with a wire wheel anyway, but obviously I wasn't precise enough, shall we say, which I didn't realise, because I'm not a mechanic. Didn't realise that you would have to be that precise. So anyway, I've done both sides, and they're perfect now. They run fine. But you got to go careful what you read on YouTube, because YouTube was telling me, oh, there's air in not YouTube, online, sorry, that there was air in the line, and it might not be pushing out the if there's air, it might not push out the two pistons on the pad, so one might come out a bit. So you start thinking, oh, I've got air in the line, so I'll go and bleed my brakes again. And when I said this to my mechanic friend, he said, well, is your brake spongy? I said, what do you mean? He said, well, does it go down to the floor? I said, well, no. He said, well, you've not got air in the line then. He said, why would you want to bleed the brakes? He said, did you do anything to get air in your brake line? I said, well, I pushed the pistons back. He said, yeah, well, everybody has to do that. It doesn't mean you've got to bleed your brakes. I said, well, I thought it might have been pushing one piston more than the other. He said, no, that's nothing to do with the air. He said, it might do if your pistons broke, if one of them broke. So, yeah, that was my next port of call. I was going to get some new carriers if it didn't work, because like I said, I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know, whether the pistons are fine or whether one will be broke or not. So, but anyway, taking it apart, I had to clean both sides off really well. Now it works fine. Perfect. So, yeah, there's an update on the brakes. Oh, hang on. The job popped up. Chatting to you guys, probably missed it now. Be my luck, wouldn't it? See, now that would be handy, but it's in the wrong place. Oh, look at that. Damn. I won't get to time anyway. Yeah, so a few jobs are popping up now, but none in Truro at the minute. Nearest one now is Exeter to Bristol, which I would quote on if I was close enough, but I'm not. Oh, there's another one. Anyway, guys, leave you there. I might let you know how I get on, and I might not in this video or the next, but unless things improve in the next well, I've just got that past one now, hour and a half, and I will be dead heading back home. So yeah, life is a courier. January, February, let's hope March will be busy. So anyway, signing out, speak to you later. So this video will be, where did I pick up from? Dorchester to Truro. Nice journey, wet, windy. So yeah, signing off, speak to you all later. Cheers, bye now.